Andariki namaskaramulu. Today we are going to have another session on Shodasa Samskarams. So last class we have completed with Upanayanam. Today we are going to see 3 more Shodasa Samskarams. Now let us start with Vande Mataram and then Prarthana. After that we will go with the webinar. Chala Chittibabu garu.
Vande Mataram, Vande Mataram, Sujalam Supalam, Malaya Jasitalam, Sasya Syamalam Mataram, Vande Mataram. Subrajyosna pulakitayamini Pullakusumita drumadala shobhini Suhasini Sumadhura bhashini Sukhadam varadam mataram Vande Mataram Vande Mataram. Namaskaram.
Vande Mataram. ధన్యవాదములండి చల్లా చిట్టిబాబు గారు. Now let us request పంతులు గారు to do ప్రార్థన please. పంతులు గారు ఒక్క నిమిషం. I think you have to unmute.
हरिः ओम्. सर्वेभ्यः नमस्कारः. 1 minute meditation. Sit erect. Close your eyes gently. Relax your body fully. Watch your breath without any disturbances. Like a person standing by the side of a seashore and observing waves. Just observe your breath. Om. Om. Om Gananantva Ganapatikum Havamahe Kavim Kavinamupamasravastamam Jeshtarajam Brahmanam Brahmanaspata Anasrunvannoti Bissidasadhanam. Om Shri Mahaganadhipataye Namaha. Om Prano Devi Saraswati Vajebhirvajinivati Dhinam Avitravatu. Om Shri Mahasaraswatye Namaha. Gurureva Gatih Gurumeva Bhaje Gurunaiva Sahasmi Namo Gurave. न गुरोः परमं शिशुरस्मि गुरोः मतिरस्मि गुरौ मां पाहि गुरो ज्ञानानन्दमयं देवं निर्मलस्फटिकाकृतिम् आधारं सर्वविद्यानां हयग्रीवमुपास्महे श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानामालयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करम् शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तः पुनः पुनः ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतङ्गमय ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः मातृदेवो भव पितृदेवो भव आचार्यदेवो भव अतिथिदेवो भव ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ स्वस्ति
ధన్యవాదములండి రవీంద్ర గారు, చాలా చక్కగా ప్రార్థన చేశారు. Now let us request Visalakshi garu to start the webinar, please.
ఓం శ్రీ మహాగణాధిపతయే నమః. ఓం శ్రీ పార్వతీ రాజరాజేశ్వరాభ్యాం నమః. ఓం శ్రీ మేధా దక్షిణామూర్తయే నమః. ఓం శ్రీ మహాసరస్వత్యై నమః. ఓం శివాయ గురవే నమః. ఓం నమః శివాయై చ నమః శివాయ. ఓం నమః శివాయ. Now in Shodasa Samskaras, we have completed Upanayana Samskara, the 11th one. Now we have to start 12th one. We are having 16. So 12th to 16th we have to complete still. Now 12th one is Samavartana or Snatakotsava Samskara. Snataka means all of you know, convocation we say nowadays in our modern age. Now Snataka actually means Gurukula Vasa Nivrutti, returning from Gurukula, that is from the hermitage of Gurus, from the forest to come back to their respective houses after completing Veda Vidya Achena. This Snataka Samskara is of three types. Three types of Snatakas are there. They are called as Vidya Snataka. After completing the education, the Snataka performed by the Guru to the Sishyas is first one. Second one is Vrata Snataka. After doing certain Vratas, Deva Vratas, Brahma Vratas, they do Snataka Vrata at the end of all 4 years. Then third one is Vivaha Purvaka Snatakotsava. Most of us, we know only about this third one, not about first and second. First may be knowing a little, but second nobody knows mostly. But we should know all these three. Now Vidya Snataka is that sacrament performed by the Acharya while giving permission to Brahmachari after the completion of his education, after nearly 15 to 16 years of education, staying at Gurukula, then observing hard celibacy, leading the life with several restrictions, rules, making the body suffer a lot with continuous education and work at hermitage, going to the forest and collecting all samitas, flowers, fruits, etc., without aspiring any desires and luxuries. Not even comforts will be provided to brahmacharis. They have to work hard, make the body fit, that is to be able to endure all sorts of sufferings, happiness, whatever may that come in the life. So after completing education with hard work, the student is considered to be worthy of receiving the certificate of his education. Then the Guru permits him to go home and enter into Grihasthasrama, getting married according to parents' will and wish. The Guru permits the disciples, after preaching them about their duties before entering into society, the final advice the Guru gives to the Sishyas, along with distributing the certificates, Vidya Pattas, is called as Nataka. So now we are going to know about this Nataka Samskara here. Now second one is Vratas Nataka. We said after completing Veda Vratas and completing them, the disciple performs Nataka, that is called as Vratas Nataka, along with Guru. They perform. The third one is Natakotsava, performed before the marriage. Unless this Natakotsava is done, the marriage will not be done. So Snatakotsava is a very attractive a sort of festival, we can say. Almost all people know about this Snataka, and they think that this Snataka means only this Snataka which is done before the marriage. Then Vidya Snataka and Vrata Snataka, both are called as Upaya Snataka. Upaya Snatakas, because they are related to education only. So it is said in Parasara Smriti in Achara Kanda, Guravetu Varan Datva Snayita Tadanugnyaya Veda Vratani Va Param Nitva Ki Upayameva Va. So the Mimamsa Vartika says Snata Upala, Snatopala Kshita Kshitacha atra nivrittihi Guru Veshmanaha. Veshma means house, returning from the house of Guru. At the time, we have to do this. Now, during Gurukula Vasa, brahmacharis sleep on the ground, get phiksha from house to house, going householders people, and they offer that to Guru or Guru Patni, and whatever Guru or Guru Patni gives them, they have to eat. And brahmacharis study continuously throughout the day. They go to the forest, collect the fruits, roots, samithas, etc. all needed for yajna yagadi, nityana vitika, kratus and all. Now after completion of education, they leave all those restrictions. They take Abhyangana Snana, apply scent to the body, wear beautiful new clothes suitable to Nagarikas, the citizens who stay at cities, and they get ready to go homes. To make them thus ready to leave the Gurukula to go homes is called as Snataka Samskara or Samavartana Samskara, another name. The Kratu done at that time is called as Utsarjanam. Utsarjana is leaving. So it would be observed by both Guru and Sishyas. Then it would be observed by Guru either on Paushyami, Paushya Suddha Paurnami, Paushyami Masa, Pushya Masa, Paurnami day, or on Rohini Nakshatra, the day when Rohini Nakshatra is there. Shastra says, Taishyam Paurnamasyam Rohinyam Va Viramet. That day both Guru and Sishya do a pranayama and take sankalpa as Sri Parameswara Prityartham Athitanam Chandasam Saviryatvaya Adhya Utsarjanam Karishye. So saying they should do exactly as they did at Upakarma. After doing Upanayana, Upakarma we did. So what they did at that time at Upakarma, they have to do now the same. To do Mantapa Arathana, Navagraha Arathana, Nava Rishis, Sapta Kandatmaka Rishis, then Avakana, then Puja, Tarpana, Agnimukha, Homas, etc. And pray all gods with Namaskaras and Shodasopachara Pujas. They should pray that what all they have studied all these years till that time should be retained by them, and that knowledge should increase and should become useful to the society and mankind. They should get the fruit of that knowledge and get the final aim of their life. So that is how they have to pray. For several years, the Acharya and his wife, Guru Patni, they took care of all these disciples as if they are their own children, without taking a single rupee from them. Now it is the duty of disciples to do Guru Dakshina to their gurus as per their capacity on Ashadha Paurnami day, which is considered as Guru Paurnami. The word Guru Dakshina reminds us of Kautsa, uh, who gave Guru Dakshina to his Guru Varatantu Maharshi 14 crores of gold coins, because though his master said that you need not have to give any Guru Dakshina, your modesty, sincerity and good education itself is enough for me. That is Guru Dakshina. Even then, Kautsa insisted his Guru that he has to give Guru Dakshina as per Sampradaya. Then when he repeatedly said, Guru got anger and said, because I taught you 14 Vidyas, you give me 14 crores of gold coins. How can a very poor Brahmin boy can get 14 crores of gold coins? So at that time, Rakhu Maharaja was the ruler of the kingdom, earth. So he approached that Rakhu Maharaja. But exactly before that only, Rakhu Maharaja did Viswajit Yaga and completely donated whatever wealth he possessed, what is there in the treasure house also, everything he has completely gave as dana, distributed among all people who are in need, to Brahmins, Pandits and all, and left with mud pots. Seeing them, Kautsa said, when the cloud has already rained, we cannot expect the cloud to rain once again. So I will seek some others. Then Rakhu Maharaja prays this Kautsa to stay as fourth fire in his fire house for 3 days, and said those who come to the kings of Raghu's dynasty should go with their desires fulfilled. So he said, I will give you. Then that day itself he seeks his Guru Vasishtha Maharshi, and Vasishtha Maharshi keeps a good muhurta. Rakhu Maharaja wants to go for fighting with Kubera, because Kubera is the Navanithinam Adhipati. So he wants to fight and get the money with valor and give back to Kautsa. But because even Kubera is very great friend of Raghu's kings, because all these kings are righteous. So even without fighting or something, the king did not even start. Kubera rained heap of gold coins in the Koshagara of the king. Then the entire heap of gold coins he wanted to give to Kautsa. Kautsa said, I will not take one more or one less than 14 crores of gold coins, because that is to be given as Guru Dakshina to my Guru. Then Rakhu Maharaja says, because I intended, I did sankalpa that I should get money to give you, to be paid as Guru Dakshina. So this money has come. All this belongs to you. Thus both of them are very righteous and all gods appreciated them. So now, okay, that is a small story. Then before leaving at this time, the Vidyarthis, just before sending them to their houses, Acharya gives his final verdict, final instructions and final advices to all the brahmacharis, all the disciples. Just as mother and father, though throughout the life they are teaching good behavior to their daughter at the time of after celebrating marriage, at the time of sending her to in-laws house, certainly they preach some good advices. So similarly, even this guru is giving good advice. All these advices should be learned by all of us, all the students, all the disciples. So it's very essential that all of you should know all these. After completing the education, before entering into the society, you should be aware of all these. This is the best teaching of Upanishads given to brahmacharis, the students. This is explained in Ekadasha Anuvaka of Shikshavalli of Taittiriya Upanishad. I will just read the entire Upadesha given by the Guru, and then one by one each sentence I will explain in simple manner. Om Vedamanuchyacharyoonte vasinamanushasti Satyam vada dharmam chara swachaya anma pramadaha acharyaya priyam dhanamakrutya prajatantum ma vyavachetsi satyanna pramaditavyam kusalanna pramaditavyam putyayina pramaditavyam swachaya pravachanabhyam na pramaditavyam Deva Pitrukaryabhyam na pramaditavyam Matrudevo bhava Pitrudevo bhava Acharya Devo bhava Atithi Devo bhava Yanyanavadyani karmani Tani sevitavyani No itarani Yanyasmakagam sucharitani Tani tvayopasyani No itarani Eke chasmat sreyagam so brahmanaha Tesham tvaya asanena prishvasitavyam srarthaya deyam asrarthaya adeyam sriya deyam kriya deyam bhiya deyam samvida deyam atha yedite karma vichikitsa va vrutta vichikitsa va syat ye tatra brahmanaha sammarshinaha yukta ayuktaha alukshaha dharma kamaha syuhu yatha te tatra varteran तथा तत्र वर्तेथाः अथाभ्याख्यातेषु ये तत्र ब्राह्मणाः सम्मर्षिणः युक्ता आयुक्ताः अलूक्षाः धर्मकामाः स्युः यथा ते तेषु वर्तेरन् तथा तेषु वर्तेथाः एष आदेशः एष उपदेशः एषा वेदोपनिषत् एवमुपासितव्यम् एवमुचैतदुपास्यम् Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Acharya means the teacher, the instructor who has already studied all the Shastras and who gained Vedic knowledge comprehensively and completely and comprehends the meanings of all Veda mantras and who establishes them in his life in practice, who puts them in practice in his life. And after, while practicing himself, he should teach to others. So, such a type of guru is called as Acharya. Achinotihi shastrani achare sthapayatyaphi swayam acharate yastu sa acharya iti smrutaha. The Acharya is the one who stores and germinates the mysteries of Vedic theology in the disciples by teachings. Antevasi means disciple, Sishya, one who always stays near Guru, one who always follows the instructions of his Guru, that is staying near, following the teachings. So Antevasi means disciple who offers his Trikaranas, Mano, Vak, Kaya, all these three, mind, speech and body. That is whatever deeds Guru instructs him, he does. Whatever Guru teaches, he learns by heart and he speaks that and thinks about them only. Thus he gains the knowledge and studies. Vedam anuchya, Vedam anuchya, anuchya. Anuchya acharyaha antevasinam anushasti. That is, after completely teaching all the Vedas to study which they are eligible. All the means all 4 Vedas. If any particular disciple intends, he will learn, but it takes 48 years time, minimum 12 years to learn one Veda fully. So mostly they study that Veda to which they belong, or sometimes only to that branch to which they belong, they study fully, and all others in a random, a little portions of other parts they study normally. So after teaching the disciples for studying which they have come, when they have completed that and fully acquired the knowledge and essence of all the teachings and all the Veda mantras intact, then at the time of sending them. So that is the meaning of Vedam Anuchya. Anuchya Acharya Antevasanam. Anushasri means he is commanding, he is giving his final advice. Anushasana means shasana, edict, they say. EDICT. Edict means vidhi. In vidhi nishedha rupa, the shasanas are there in Vedas. So in the same way, even Guru gives us this Vedic knowledge and Vedic Vidya knowledge. This is the shasana, that is the edict made by Paramatma, by Veda Mata, Gayatri Mata, which the acharyas are following. So how can the edict be disregarded? So whatever Guru says, uh, disciples have to oblige and they have to do. Just as the edict of the king, that is the Shasana, Raja Shasana, or the government, is to be followed without questioning. Thus, the edict of Paramatma, the Veda, Vedamata, and Acharya, Guru, should be followed by every individual. The Vedas are called as Prepu Samhitas. The disciples must accept and obey the instructions of the teachings of Gurus as the edict and follow. This is the edict, teaching and advice given by the master to the student finally. So final instruction this is. So after receiving that, they have to do Pradakshina Namaskaras to the Guru, bow down, Sastanga Namaskara they have to do, and they can bid goodbye and leave that hermitage. Truth is that which never changes, Satyam. So with the change of time or space, Trikala Abhathita, we say that which will not change with the change of time or place or person, that is Satya. So the masters are speaking about this Satya. Guru Vedas are speaking about this truth, eternal truth. The Upanishad described Satyam as Sat cha Tyat cha, Satyam Apavat. Sat means existence, being, that which is means Paramatma. Is means existing always. So Sat itself is Paramatma. To speak about Paramatma is Satyam. So as it is, Unnadi Unnatliga, we say, as it is, we have to talk, that is Satyam. So Paramatma, the divinity, or it must be the word spoken spoken at the time of walking in the path of Satya. So those who follow Satya, whatever they speak also becomes truth, if they are having Satyanishta and Dharmanishta. So what always exists is Paramatma only, God. So to worship divine with the speech and in the form of speech is truth. Satyam Vada, Dharmam Chara. So these are the first instructions the Guru is giving. The first command given by the teacher is to speak truth, Satyam Vada. Then the second instruction is Dharmam Chara. Always walk on the road of Dharma. That is, practice Dharma. Always put into practice Dharma only. Swadharma, then so many dharmas, Shasvata dharmas, changing dharmas, all dharmas, one's own individual dharmas in relation with family, society, education, all relations and all. And above and beyond all these, Atma Dharma, all these dharmas have to be followed. If we just speak of Dharma, what it is of no use. We have to practice that. Speaking truth and practicing Dharma. Satyam Vada, Dharmam Chara. So the greatness of man is to know what is dharma, how to live practicing this dharma in the life. Righteousness we say for dharma in English. So we have to live righteously, to practice Swadharma, to enable nature and all living beings to follow their own dharmas, to practice all physical and mental karmas in relation to God. In these two very important advices, Satyam Vada Dharmanchara, the Acharya, the Guru, is teaching the disciple as to how they should behave physically, mentally, socially, and spiritually by Trikaranas, Manovakayas. Actually, what is Dharma? What is Satya? Anybody may get a doubt. So, to clarify that, the master is continuing his teaching. After that, he is continuing Satyamvada Dharmanchara. Then he says it is the Upadesha given to all human beings. All of us should follow these instructions. Now, Veda and Shastra always speak in the form of command. Command means taboo, we say. And that is prohibition, vidhi, nishedha. What is to be done, what is not to be done. So, all these instructions are vidhi vakyas, should be followed without questioning. Now, the third command is Swachyayan ma pramadaka. Now, always be alert in doing Swa Achyaya, Swachyaya. Never be lazy, never neglect your studies. Now, Swachyaya means studying the Vedas and Shastras. And now, whoever belong to whichever part, Shaka of the Veda, they should study that becomes Swachaya for that particular person. They have to study that portion of Veda very thoroughly and always do manana of what is explained by Guru and what he has learnt by heart. He should be continuously doing manana. Otherwise, he may forget that. So Kalidasa Mahakavi also said, Amnayanam ayogena vidyam prashithilamiva. If we continuously do not keep in memory, memorizing, reciting them, manana is not there, there is always a chance of prashithila, means destroying. We may forget, we may lose that knowledge. So to remember that continuously we should try. So there is danger of forgettingness. And so we have to learn first and we have to do manana continuously to keep that in memory. Continuous repetition and also putting them into practice. And also later we have to teach to others to remember ourselves and make others also practice. So we should keep on reading, studying Vedas, Shastras, Puranas, by which we can pay the debt of Rishis, Rishi Runa. How to clear the Rishi Runa? By studying Vedas, Vaidika, Vangmaya. Every human being is born with three runas, three depths, we said. Deva Runa, Rishi Runa, Pitru Runa. All these three are to be cleared by every individual. Later, after taking birth here in society, Atithi Runa and Sankharuna, Manava Runa, two more runas that can be called as Bhuta Runa also. Two more runas come and join. So all these five Pancha runas are to be cleared by every individual. Now, fourth point is Acharyaya Priyanthanamakritya Prajatantum Ma Vyavachetsi. The Sishya should pay Guru Dakshina to Acharya, who taught him knowledge for all these years. And with the permission, when he is entering into Grihasthasrama, he should pay Guru Dakshina. And by paying Guru Dakshina, he should keep up the lineage. That Guru Sishya Parampara he has to maintain. And second one is getting permission from the Guru when he returns to home. He should get married to a worthy girl and give birth to children, and thereby he should keep up his dynasty, his lineage, his Vamsha. So twofold, two meanings are to be taken here. Praja Tantum Ma Vyavachetsi means do not cut the thread of this lineage. Guru Sishya Parampara should be maintained. Family Parampara should be maintained. So all these, because we have to get children to clear Pitru Runa. Unless one gets worthy sons, he cannot completely clear the Pitru Runa, because for 3 generations, people have to pay the debt. Pita, Prapita, Prapitamaha, Pitamaha, Pita, Pitamaha, Prapitamaha. So thus the person, his son and grandson. So 3 there, 3. So this is the way. So without making that thread means that is continuation of the family dynasty and also the Guru Sishya Parampara. So for the sake of that, he has to pay Guru Dakshina to the Guru. Taking the permission, he has to come back and get married and start Gurukulas and start teaching to disciples. Both he has to do. So Vidya Achayana, Adhyapana, both these 2 are the duties of all the Brahmins. It is the Dharma Purushartha. Now accepting Guru Dakshina is getting Artha Purushartha, which should be utilized for all righteous deeds, dharmika karyas. Then Dharma, Artha and Kama are 3 vargas. And the 4th one, Moksha, is Apavarga. These 3 together is Varga. Varga means a group. Apa means avoiding. So other than this 3 varga is Apavarga, that is Moksha Purushartha. So all these 4 are the aims of all human beings. So we should try to achieve Dharma, Artha, Kama and Moksha. And final aim is Moksha. Now 5th advice is Satyan na pramaditavyam. Once again, master is, though he has already instructed Satyam Vada, now to enhance, and he gives more importance for this Satya. So he says, never be Satyat na pramaditavyam. Never deviate from the path of Satya. Don't fall down. Never take any sort of chance of coming out of that Satyapatha. So you be always speaking truth and keeping in memory what is Satya. You should be aware of it and then follow that. So by studying Vedas near Guru, we know what is Satya. So that Satya which we have learned, we have to always speak that Satya only and to take care of that. Because sometimes worldly matters, while living in the society, while living amidst the relationships, sometimes people may forget that Satya, the final truth. Satya is the goal, but sometimes they may be forced to speak asatya. Even then, Satyat na pramaditavyam. You can live your life, but should never tell a lie. Asatya should never be spoken. Asad jnana, Bhranti itself is asatya. So, jnana, the real knowledge should always be known by us, keeping in memory, keeping every minute intact, then we have to lead our life. So this Bhranti or illusion, which is asad jnana, that is wrong knowledge, care must be taken in case of all these, due to ignorance also, due to pramada also, or due to the force also. One should never deviate from Satya, speaking Satya. So even by mistake. Now 6th point is Dharma na pramaditavyam. Though Guru already instructed Dharmam Chara, yet once again he is emphasizing on the same point. Care should be taken not to make any mistakes. Even in case of Dharma also, we should not leave practicing Dharma. We should always, even though any hardships may come in the life, anybody may force us, something, situations. Even then, Dharma should not, only Dharma is to be followed. We should not come out of the path of Dharma. Swadharma has to be followed by everyone. So we must have Satyanishta and Dharmanishta and Swadharma Charana. Swadharme nithanam sreyaha paratharmo hayavakaka. We should always keep in memory that and follow Satya and Dharma. Now, seventh point is Kushala na pramaditavyam. Kushalam means well-being, Kshema. That is, if a person is well intact by all round, in all matters, then we say, I am Kushala. I am very happy and healthy and hale. Physically, mentally, spiritually, and socially, one should always be healthy. That is Kushalatva. And also, one should be very skillful in doing one's own duties, in his own endeavor. Kushalatva is sharpness, penetrating, having the capacity to penetrate into deep into the works which are the duties or the works which a person has undertaken. So that is Kushala. Kusha is a variety of grass, and the edge of Kusha is very sharp. So the one who is very skillful in plucking the Kusha grass without the thorns prick into the fingers to the hand, he is called as Kushala. So one who is very skillful is Kushala. So Kushala, by which karma we protect ourselves and gain eternity, we can say, and elevating our soul, that is Kushalatva. So we should always be Kushala. Physically, we should be healthy. We should be healthy and hale in all these points. That is Kushala. And from that Kushalatva, we should not come out. Kusha and Lava are the varieties of grasses, different varieties, Darpa varieties they are. Now, eighth is Bhutyaina Pramaditavyam. Bhuti means Vibhutir Aiswaryam. Bhuti means Aiswarya. Bhava Bhuti, we say. Bhava means Shiva. Bhava means this world. Bhava Bhuti means, that is the name of a great Sanskrit dramatist and poet, great scholar, who is best devotee of Ishvara, Parameswara, and whose Vibhuti. Due to Parameswara's anugraha, he became such a great scholar. So he himself is the Aishwarya of Shiva. So Bhuti means the Vibhuti, we say actually. Bhuti also means prosperity, wealth. The real wealth is always getting highest knowledge, Brahma Jnana. Worldly wealth, these prosperities, name, fame, position, etc., they are also Aishwarya, but they are temporary. So in acquiring moksha, we should be very careful. We should not fall in greediness or in any sort of temptations. We should be very careful. So we have to be attentive in this regard. Now, ninth Upadesha is Swachaya Pravachanapyam na Pramaditavyam. We should not neglect our Swachaya and Pravachana. Swachaya is learning, studying. Pravachana is teaching, imparting knowledge to our disciples. So both these two are very important. Swachaya and Pravachana. From these two, one should not be away. We should always be keeping in memory that these two are our duties, important duties. Any enlightened education will grow if it is imparted to others only. Unless we teach to others the skills of that particular Shastra in which we are well versed, we should pass it on to other generations, other disciples and other people. Otherwise, Jirnamange Supashitam says Bhartruhari, it will perish. If any Shastra Jnana in which a person is skillful, if he does not pass it on to either his children or his disciples or to anybody in society, that Vidya will be lost. No one can know. So it is our duty to teach to others whatever we have invented, whatever we have come to know from our gurus. So the knowledge retains by actually 4 methods: Athiti, Bodha, Acharana and Pracharana. Athiti is first we have to study Then bodha, we must teach to others. Then acharana, we have to put it into practice. And fourth one is pracharana, we should propagate it. We should always, all of us should propagate about our Sanaatana Dharma, the teachings and essence of the teachings of Sanaatana Dharma. Now, 10th advice is Deva Pitru Karyabhyam na pramaditavyam. One should be attentive in performing Deva Karyas and Pitru Karyas. Deva Karyas are patriarchal deeds, the deeds related to our ancient teachers and ancient elders, great grandfathers, like that, which are coming traditionally. So to perform yajna yagadi, kratus, havanas, upasanas, everything that comes under deva karyas. Now pitru karyas means related to karyas related to forefathers, the departed ancestors. So that is to keep the sraddha karmas, etc., to perform the last rites to parents, mother and father, and to do tarpana vidhis on particular days and Mahalaya Pakshas, Amavasyas, etc. All these come under Pitru Karyas. So Pitru Karyas are more important and more great powerful than even Deva Karyas. So if Pitru Karyas are neglected, one cannot become free from Pitru Runa. If Deva Karyas are not performed, then he will not be free from Devaruna. So we must do all these. Now next advices are from 11th to 14th advices. They are 4 shasanas. Matru Devo Bhava, Pitru Devo Bhava, Acharya Devo Bhava, Atithi Devo Bhava. All these 4 together we can call as a cluster of Upadeshas, 11th to. Now, Matru Devo Bhava, all these already, you know, Matru Deva is worshipping mother as God. Then Pitru Devo Bhava is worshipping father as God. Worshipping means not physically, literally worshipping, following their words. Whatever mother says, whatever father says, we must follow throughout our life. That is most important. Then Atithi Devo Bhava. We must worship Atithis, whoever come to our house as guest. Atithi Apyagatas. We say Atithi means one who comes to our house without our expectation, who is not being invited by us. But when any such person comes, Atithi means, Tithi means, you know, Tithi is one who never stays more than one Tithi at one place is called as Atithi. That is, he will be wandering, moving. So they are Atithis. That is why Atithirvai Narayana, we say. Atithi is to be worshipped as if he is the incarnation of Lord Vishnu, Paramatma. Then Apyagata is whom we invite to come to our house. Even they are to be worshipped and taken care properly. So all these 4 we have to follow, and mostly mother, Matru Devo Bhava. Actually, they said the word, Veda said Matru Devo Bhava. In fact, there are and Pitru Devo Bhava. So many other words are there. To say father also, Janaka is there. So many other words are, even then they said only Pitru Devo Bhava, because Pati iti Pita, one who protects us, takes care of us, one who gives birth to us. He is the cause of our birth, and he educates us. He teaches what is good and bad. He gives Brahmopadesha, and he spends a lot of money which he has earned for the welfare of children. So Pita means one who is the protector. Similarly, Mata. There are so many words in our Sahitya. Janani, Janaitri, Amba, etc. So many words are there. Even then we say only Veda said only Matru Devo Bhava. The word Mata is such a great word because Ma means Ma Rama Mangala Devata. She is the incarnation of goddess herself. And also Ma to measure. Ma means to measure, measuring. Mother knows what is to be given, how much it is to be given at what time to the children. So she is Mata. And also Mata, the best and most important meaning, for the sake of which mother is called as Mata in Veda is Mati Vartate Garbhaha Atra iti Mata. Because mother keeps the embryo for nearly 10 months time in the womb. She bears and protects us. So for the sake of children, mother endures so many hardships, keeping up the diet, etc., keeping away all her desires of wandering, playing, going here and there and all. She leads a sort of restricted life to take care of her children, the child which is in her womb. So throughout her life, she wishes the good of her children. So mother is very great. So the master says, always you love, respect and follow the words of mother and father. So Matrudevo Bhava. Out of all those who are worthy of worship, mother occupies the highest place. That is what is given in Manusmriti also. So Upachyayan Dasha Acharya, Acharyanam Shatam Pita, Sahasram tu Pitrun Mata Gauravena Atirichyate. So Acharya is greater than Upachyayas, who are the teachers, simple instructors. Pita is greater than Acharyas, and 1,000 folds higher place is to be given to mother than even father, they say. So that is why even Jagat Gurus, who are Jagat Gurus, in front of whom the whole world prostrates, even then, even father has to salute, father of previous ashrama. But mother, when that Jagat Guru or sannyasi happens to see his previous ashrama's mother, he has to salute her. That is the greatness given by our Shastras to mother. The Shastra says that Acharya is equal to 10 Upachyayas or teachers like that, and the mother's place is at the top. Now the Shastra says one has to become worthy son by observing the 3 duties which everybody has to do. Jivato Vakyakaranat Prityabdihi Bhuri Pojanat Gayayam Pindadanena Triphihi Putrasya Putrata. These are the 3 most important duties a son has to do with regard to his mother and father. First one is they have to follow the words of mother and father while they are alive. When they are jiva, when they are alive, they should be kept happy by following their words and by loving them, taking care of them. That is most important, which nowadays most of people are not at all bothering and following. Then when they leave the body, the Aurtvadaihika karmas have to be done sincerely as per Shastra. Then every year, Tat Dina, we say Tat Dina, they have to do that Shraddha karma and feed many people with good food. Then once in life, they should certainly go to Gaya, Gayayam Pindadanena, and Pinda Pradana they have to do, if possible, even to Brahma Kapala, Badarinath, they have to go and keep Pinda Pradana there also. They are the duties of the sons. Then about Guru, Acharya, father and mother, they give birth to physical body, and of course they are the first gurus. Even then, the guru who gives Adhyatma Vidya Vijnanam, the guru who gives the spiritual knowledge, who gives the knowledge of Vedas, who shows the path to reach Godhood, divinity, that Acharya, that guru is so great. So he should be worshipped as God. Kabirdas said, Guru Govinda do khadai kake lagum pau, balihari Guru apne Govinda diyo batai. Because if God and teacher, Guru, teacher means not ordinary teacher, this Acharya, if both are there, whose appear at the same time in front of you, whose feet you have to touch first. Kabirdas says you should first bow down and touch the feet of Guru first and then only God. Because it is the Guru who showed the path to reach Godhood. So Guru is greater than even God. So these are all such instructions, very beautiful one. Then Atithi, we said Satatam Atati iti Atitihi. So we have to worship Atithi. So by serving the guests uh, and worshipping them, individuals, they gain knowledge and also they develop dana guna, which is very essential and divine quality. So we have to worship atithis. 15th point is yani anavadyani karmani tani sevitavyani no itarani. Yani asmakagum sucheritani tani tvaya upasyani no itarani. Guru is speaking about himself. Acharya is instructing the Sishyas to do such karmas, such actions which are defectless, dosha rakita, and not others. Otherwise, they should not do any other works. So he said that you must follow. Suppose you may think that because we are your teachers, you may take us as ideal. So if you consider us as Adarsha, then also, because we are human beings, this is human bhupati and relationships are there, sometimes we might have committed any simple mistakes. Then those mistakes you should not take as ideal. Only our noble qualities, the knowledge we possess, the way of dharmika life which we led, that you should take as Adarsha. Even among us also, only yani asmakagum. Asmakam means our, from gurus. Sucheritani, whatever good conduct is there, that is to be taken as adarsha, na itarani. For because that is the life, all the children will be staying there only. But even gurus, they got their personal life. So they may chit chat with relatives, with wife, with children and all. So sportively, suppose they might have said some words, those words people should not take as ideal. That is what the Guru is speaking now. So avadya means wrong. Anavadya means anavadya, that which is not avadya. Anavadya is that which is good. So be careful and attentive in doing pious and meritorious good deeds, wise actions. So, Ramavad Vartitavyam Natu Ravanavat. That is what Shastra says. One should always follow Rama, the conduct of Sri Ramachandra. One should never follow the conduct of Ravana. So, Sucheritam means good conduct, good behavior of all the, what all good conduct they have learned from Shastras, Ramayana, Bharata, Bhagavata, Itihasas and all. Only the noble trait should be our ideal. Now, 16th point is Yekecha Asmat Shreyagumso Brahmanaha Tesham Tvaya Asanena Prishvasitavyam. Those who are our well-wishers, those who are elders to us, those who are Brahmins, and those who are great scholars and gurus, if such people approach us, that is, suppose we happen to see them, immediately we should get up from the seat where we are sitting and we have to offer our seats to them while traveling, while going anywhere, while at other places also. So such respect should be given to all great people. So Shastra says that whoever honors such great people, their lives will be safe in their swasthanas. If they are unrighteous, then the prana shakti that cannot bear untruth or asatya or ill conduct, then the prana tries to leave that place and go away. That prana vayus also. So there is always risky of even death if people are unrighteous. So we should do our duties sincerely, respecting elders. Those who respect elders, their span of life increases and the vital parts will be filled with pranavayu and all the prana, pana, vyana, udana, samanas, and then all upapranas. They will stay in their own places and make the body parts health and strong. Now, 17th Prabodha is the cluster of good advices once again as to how to do dana, how to donate to someone else. Dana guna. Tyage naikena amritatva manasu says our Shastra. Tyaga guna is more greater than even dana guna. Because dana means if we have something, out of that, a little portion will be given to others. That is giving dana. Even dana is so great, noble quality. But tyaga is something still more greater. Tyaga is whatever we possess, that we are in very much need of that. Even then somebody approaches us, we may come to know about somebody who are in need of this possession of ours. Then leaving our individual interest, we should offer it to others. That is tyaga, just as Rantideva did. Rantideva, for several days, he could not get any eatables at all. And after a few days, somehow his entire family, not only Rantideva, his wife, son, and daughter-in-law, 4 of them could not get anything to eat for a few days. Then later, one day, he happens to get the flour, pindi we say, the flour of fried rice, pelala pindi we say. And they worshipped that and distributed that into 4 vistarakus, we say, the leaves. They are about, when the father starts, did parishechana and starts, then others will start. So thus 4 of them are sitting there. He is about to do Auposana. At that time, a guest came there to their house as seeking for something, food. So Bhavati Bhiksham Deki, he said, immediately he stopped that. All 4 went there. Rantideva brought him, worshipped him properly, washing his feet and all. He offered his food to him. He could not get satisfied. His wife also gives, his son and then his daughter-in-law, all 4 of them, they gave their part of that flour of fried rice. And then this guest became very much satisfied. That is Tyaga Guna. So now how to give dana is given here. So how to give? Sraddhaya deyam, asraddhaya adeyam, sriya deyam, kriya deyam, bhiya deyam, samvida deyam. These are the qualities. How we have to donate dana, to give dana to others. So how to give Shraddha? Shraddha is with utmost attentiveness and care we have to give dana. Whatever we possess, we have to give something out of that with much devotion and respect we have to give. We should not expect anything in return from them. And we should not feel that because I am having this, I am giving that, and that person who is receiving, he is not having. Such feeling should never be there in a person who is giving. So the one who gives his hand, he should not think that my hand is above, his hand is lower. He should not have such feelings at all. So with utmost sraddha, he has to give this. And also Sraddhaya Deyam, Asraddhaya Adeyam. He should not give Asraddha with Asraddha, carelessness. If anybody wants something, suppose it is there, take it. Thus, if throws on his face, that is not giving, that is not dana. So, or with the blaming in the mind and without interest and wish and will, if he gives, even that is Asraddha. Such a dana will not yield any fruit, moreover he will get sin. Then Sriya Deyam, whatever prosperity he is having, befitting to that he should give. If a person is having only 10 rupees, 1 rupee he can give. But if a person possesses 1 lakh rupees, a minimum in thousands he should donate. So befitting to Shri, the prosperity we should give. Then Hriya Deyam. Hri means bashfulness. We should always donate with the feeling that, oh, I am able to give only this much. I am not completely able to fulfill all the desires of that person, all the necessities of that person. So, with much bashfulness, the dana should be given. Bhiya deyam, and also with bhi means to be afraid of. With fear, he should give dana. Fear, why? Because whether this would be enough for that person or not, whatever he is giving. Or are there any defects in this earning by which that person may get afflicted in any way? So like that he should take care or of all the situations. So he should be very careful while donating, because mostly before donating, normally in those days, they have to wash the feet carefully without leaving a small part of the feet and that is dry. So taking all, then samvida deyam, with proper knowledge, he should donate. Proper knowledge in the sense, whatever is needed at what time and how much it is needed, to whom it is needed. Thus, we should have all this knowledge and then we should give. So, dana is also, we should keep in mind all these points and then give. So, how to give dana? Veda Mata instructed us all these points, how to donate, give dana. Then yachanantam hi gauravam, they say actually when a person has come for alms, when a person came with a request to with us, approached us to ask for something, that moment itself, unless it is very essential to that person, unless he could not maintain himself getting that thing from other sources, then only he approaches. So the moment he has come here means he is feeling a shy, a sort of. So we should not humiliate, we should not ill-treat them. We should not make them feel that they are at lower, we are at higher level and all. We should honor them, saying that because I got the opportunity to help you, I'm getting so much merit and God's favor. That is how we should make them happy mentally also. So one should be very careful in dana. Now 18th point is atha yedite karma vichikitsa va vritta vichikitsa va syat. Suppose what we should do if we get any doubt about any ritual or any sort of behavior, then Acharya says, after leaving the Gurukula, when the person enters into society, many doubts may arise with regard to so many things. Then what to do? Depending upon that point, the doubt which we got, we should approach great persons, noble persons who are well versed in those shastras, in those points in their lives, and take their advice. Or we should observe people who are practicing and we should follow them. So, ye tatra brahmanaha sammarshinaha yukta ayuktaha alukshaha dharmakamaha syuhu yatha te tatra varteran tatha tatra vartetha. So, there you observe the Brahmins, the scholars, teachers, gurus who have the knowledge of Vedas, Shastras, and who got the intellectual power to judge what is good, what is bad, and all. So, whatever path they are trading, you follow that. Whatever they are doing, you do that. So, that is the advice given by the Guru. So, the same is preached even by Sri Krishna Paramatma in Bhagavad Gita. Yajyad acharati shresthaha tattadevetaro janaha sayat pramanam kurute lokas tadanuvartate. So the ordinary people always follow the actions of great persons. So whatever they do, these people will follow. So we should follow great people. The Acharya is advising them to follow those who are Brahminical, rational, austere, and also conservative and virtuous. So them we should follow. Vedas are for Ishta Prapti and Anishta Parihara. So one should acquire Veda Vidya, Veda Jnana with Guru Susrusha and gain knowledge. So by practice that should be retained by them. Taking Brahma Jnanis as ideal, we should lead our lives. So Sammishrita, we said. Sammisritva means having the grasping power, the capacity to grasp and gain and possess, retain that power of knowledge. in the proper, with proper discrimination. So those who have such power are called as Samarshinaha. Yuktaha means endowed with Yukta, Yuja, Yunja. That is to get united. Yoga, the word also has come from the root Yuja, Yunja. Yogaha karmasu kaushalam. So having the skill in doing the actions. So Yuktaha means those who are skillful, well versed in at that particular Shastra or situation or point. So ayuktaha means having interest in ayuktaha, not ayukta. Ayukta means not yukta. Ayuktaha. Ayojana also means joining. So ayuktaha means having interest in noble qualities, satkarma charana, sadbhavanas and all. So they should be followed by all of us. Now alukshaha. Rukshata means hardness. If people are, though they may be very great scholars having a lot of panditya, if they are very harsh, either by words or by deeds, we cannot approach them. So we should not approach such people who talk very hard, afflicting our minds. So we should not. Such people are Ruksha Swabhava. By nature, they are of Ruksha. Though they may be having a lot of knowledge, they say even though money is there on the hood of the serpent, we cannot approach serpent because the moment we approach, it bites. So thus we should be careful in society. So Arukshaha, then also Kushetva should be there. That is skillfulness should be there. So the Brahmachari, Vedachyayi, a certain Brahmin boy, Brahmachari, by name Kaushika was there. Kaushika's story also you may be knowing, but though he is a great learned scholar, he could not have control over his sense organs and his, not even sense organs, he got control, of course, but an anger. He could not have control on anger. Immediately he gets irritated and gets anger. One day, while sitting under the shadow of a tree, he is reciting Veda mantras, and from above the branch of the tree, a bird just, that is a crow, we can say in those days crows were there, it just excreted on him, that retta we say. Immediately he got anger, and with his angry sight he saw the bird, and that crow immediately burnt into ashes and fell down. Such is his anger, because he is studying Vedas, that power is there in him. So he went to a house for getting bhiksha. That lady, she asked him to stay for a while so that he can bring the bhiksha. She goes inside and is preparing, keeping all the dishes, curries, chutneys, rice and all. And exactly at that moment, her husband happens to come home. And he is very thirsty, he is very much tired. So immediately, because she is very great Pativrata, the moment he saw him, he forgot about this Kaushika whom she asked to stay. Then immediately she started taking care of her husband, gave water to wash the feet, and served him food. Until he completed eating his food, she is serving him, taking care of him. Then the moment when he completed eating the food and washed his feet, she remembered about that Kaushika whom she left. She felt very sorry, very guilty and shy also. Then she went with that place and offered that food to Kaushika. Then Kaushika saw with much anger on her and said, you asked me to stay here, did not even permit me to go to some other place, and you are delaying. So because he got anger when he saw with angry sight, then she said, just a minute. So, okay. So she asked him that I am not the crow or the bird to be burnt to ashes by your side. Then he wondered how she could know. Due to her Pativratya, she could know. Then she says, she advises him that being Brahmin, you should have sense control and control on anger also. So you go to Dharma Vyatha and seek his, get knowledge from Dharma Vyatha. Dharma Vyathopadesha is a very good portion which gives us best knowledge about Swadharma Charana, which is there in Mahabharata. And also, we should have the Nishta, just as Sri Ramachandra and Dharmaraj, we should have such a Nishta like Ramachandra and Dharmanishta like Dharmaraja, Dharmanishta of Dharmaraja. Then such a Harishchandra, then for such a Samrakshana, then the Datrutva, we should take as ideal Shiva Chakravarti, Rantideva, and so many others, and Dharma Pravartakas. Shankha Likitas are two brothers who are very great. Even suppose the even if brothers' portion also, if taken or enjoyed or eaten without brothers' permission, that is adharma. So the Shankha and Likita are an ideal example for that. Once this brother happens to eat, younger brother happens to eat a fruit of that elder brother without his permission because he is very angry, and that elder brother was not there at that time. But after eating that, when brother comes, he says, I have taken that fruit which belongs to you and eaten it, so you please give me punishment. Then elder brother said, you go to the king and get punishment. Then he goes to the king and says that I have eaten from the field of my elder brother when he is not there. So for this you please punish me. Then immediately king asked for Dharmavetas, and they say the hand with which he has eaten, that should be cut. So that hand was cut. And then he becomes very happy because he became free from the sin of robbing. That is not robbing, but can be considered as robbing. So he goes to his elder brother and says, he cannot fold the hands now, only one hand is there. So he bows down and says, oh brother, now I have become free from my debt. Then elder brother takes him close and holding his hand, both of them go to a river. He advises his younger brother to take a dip in the water. Then both of them take dip in the water and come out, and that hand comes back to him. That is the power of following such a vrata, such a nishta. Now 19th advice is अथाप्याख्यातेषु अथ अपि आख्यातेषु ये तत्र ब्राह्मणाः सम्मर्षिणः युक्ताः आयुक्ताः अलूक्षा धर्मकामाः स्युः तथा ते तेषु वर्तेरन् यथा ते तेषु वर्तेरन् तथा तेषु वर्तेथाः. Akhyatas means stories. Upakhyanas, several upakhyanas are there in Mahabharata. So many side stories are there. So when we get any doubt in doing any action, suppose we want to take the heroes of the stories we heard as ideal, then also we may doubt whether we can follow them or not, whether it is proper for us to do accordingly what they did or not. Because they then also we should take the advice of noble people who got Shastra Jnana and who are very virtuous and great. Or we should Tasmat Shastram Pramanante Karya Karya Vichakshane. We should seek from Shastras. Actually, Jamadagni Maharshi commanded his son Parasurama to cut his mother's head. Without any hesitation, Parasurama followed the words of his father and cut the head of his mother Renuka Mata. It is there in the Shastra, because Pitru Devo Bhava, father is to be worshipped as God. Prior to that, Matru Devo Bhava is also there. Even then, Parasurama followed the words of father, because father said, your mother committed a sin, so you cut her head to make her purified, because that sin should go away. Why he did so? Because Parasurama is aware of the power of the penance of his father, that he is capable of reviving his mother. So thus similarly, when he obliged the father's word and cut the head, he became very happy for the Pitrupati of Parasurama and asked him to select a boon. Then he says that my mother and brother should get revived. So he once again gave life to her, and she was revived, and brothers also, other brothers who did not oblige father's words. So these are all the stories of Purana. So suppose by going through these, one may doubt that because they did like that, I also will do. If my father asks to punish my brothers or sisters or mother or something, I will do. One should never say it, because such spiritual power, the power of penance, is not there in them, in ordinary people like us. So we should only know what is to be done and at what time. Now at the end they said Shantihi, Shantihi, Shantihi 3 times, because to ward off, to remove the calamities which are going to come to us of either Achyatmika, Adi Bhautika and Adi Daivika, Tapas and all. Now here the teaching is completed. Now 13th Samskara is Keshanta Samskara. It is also called as Godana Samskara. Godana Vrata, we say. Since the birth, all children, boys and girls, behave equally almost up to 9 or 10 years age. Both of them play together. They could not find, they normally do not find any difference among them. They play together very happily. Their voice, the spirit, enthusiasm, everything will be almost equal in girls and boys. But only the dresses they wear, they differ, and some other that is the bangles, girls wear bangles, earrings and all, that may differentiate like that. So slowly, in due course of time, when they are growing, then they realize the difference between male and female, the boys and girls. They know that they slowly, when girls are approaching to 8th year, 9th year and all, then parents start teaching, especially mother starts teaching the girls that she should not play with the boys. She can play a little, but she should be careful. She should be in the limits, like that she will start teaching normally. And also the mother makes her participate in taking part in cooking, doing household work, keeping all the things intact. Like that she starts teaching how to do houseworks and all to the girls. And father starts teaching to boys how to go to the shops and get something, bring something, like that, accordingly befitting to them. Similarly, certain changes also take place in their body also while they are growing. So the voice of girls will be like that, smooth and delicate, only the delicacy will be maintained. But in boys, normally when they are growing, reaching 10 years, 11 years, after 10 years, up to 10, 11 years, almost same, then slowly the voice also, the elegance will come into the voice of the boys. Slowly it starts changing. And then actually human life can be divided into 6 parts, we can say. They are Shaishava, they say. Shaishave Abhyasta Vidyanam, they say, of course. Shaishava is infancy. Balya, second one, childhood. Then Kaumara, adolescence. Then Yavana, youth. Then Madhya Vayasya, also we say, Nadi Vayasu, we say the middle age. Then Vardhakya, the old age. So infancy is from the since the birth to 2.5, 3 years age. Though they are fully dependent on parents for everything at that age, yet they are very happy. Childhood is the most enjoyable time to both the child and the parents. Childhood starts from nearly 4 years to 10 years, we can say. At that age, they would be treated with much affection by the parents. Rajavat, they say, actually. They treat as if they are the king and queen, the girls, boys and all. They can spend their time very happily, very freely. Whatever they want will come to their hands. Then approximately from the age of 10 to 17 years, it is called as adolescence. The teenage, we say. So that is the age at which they should be treated very carefully. Parents must take care of them, because they know, but yet they do not know fully. They know something, not completely. So at that age, they may get tempted, they may take wrong decisions. Parents should always be with them to guide them properly. Now, such at such age, changes start to take place among girls and boys also, even in their body. So during that time, many changes take place, and the boys, they develop a sort of mustard, we say. Then at the normally, since the childhood, the parents should start teaching girls and boys to take Prahlada, the qualities of Prahlada, Dhruva and all, as ideal. Prahlada only we should say as ideal, because very noble qualities which Prahlada got, how to behave with parents, elders, gurus, with friends, with everybody. Prahlada is an ideal. So in the olden days, parents used to do Upanayana at Garbhastami and then used to send them to Gurukulas, observing Brahmacharya Vrata Diksha. The boys used to study there and acquire knowledge. So mostly there will not be any chance of getting their minds deviated from the righteous path. So people need not have to worry at all. But nowadays, the adolescence is very difficult period for parents and children also. So they at the Gurukulas, they are always under the supervision of gurus and Gurupatni. So here also we should take care. Now the boys begin to grow a sort of beards, gaddamu we say, and also the muschat, meesamu we say in our Telugu. So these hair starts to grow since 15th, 16th age, it starts. Actually, those who are in celibacy, Brahmacharya Vrata Diksha, or any other Diksha, when the wife is pregnant, the husbands, they do not remove the hair of this, either mustard or something, that they will not remove. That is a sort of custom. So even though it is there, for the first time when the boys start developing, growing that hair, then at Gurukula, when they are there, the Guru, he invites the parents also and celebrates a sort of vrata. Even that is the vrata which we do at the time of Snataka vrata. Similarly, the Guru performs to remove the hair which has come on the body. For the first time, removing that hair is so, because after removing that hair and taking holy bath, worshipping the gods and all, that boy has to donate a milky cow with the calf to Guru. So that is why it is called as Godana Vrata, and it is called as Keshanta Vrata. Kesha means the hair and Anta means putting an end. That is removing for the first time, though again it grows. So normally in our custom, the boys who have parents alive will not remove this mustard completely. They will keep a little and the extra they remove, extra hair. This Keshanta Samskara would be performed by Acharya at Gurukula in front of parents. Suppose parents may not come also. So this Goda, at the side, it is called as Godana Vrata, starts with Evam Godanam Asminapi Nakshetre Shodase Varshe, like that the mantra start. At the age of 16th, this should be done, this Godana Vrata. And Guru takes Sankalpa, then Agni Pratistapana, Ganapati Puja, Swasti Punya Vachana, everything they do. Both Guru, Acharya and Sishya together. Patra Prayoge Khali Yojaneyo Godana Karman Yapi Chaula Vastu Naglapsa Punjiva Shalalya Ishta Atrartha Luptahi Bhavanti Yasmat. They do from Pavitri Karana to Ajya Swaganta, etc. Certain procedures are there in Shastras. They perform 8 homas as if they did at Chaula Samskara, later keeping only Sikha at the back. Then the complete hair would be removed from the head and all these also would be removed. Then the Guru, after taking holy bath, the Sishya and Guru together, Sishya gives this Godana. So after taking that Godana, for 17 times the Guru has to do Gayatri Mantra Japa. This Shikha, as it is, it remains forever. That Shikha would be there, and now and then when hair is growing, they may remove the extra hair to these brahmacharis. Now I'll take only 5 minutes time and stop after completing this. The Deva Vratas we can continue at the time of Vivaha Samskara. Now this is the Samskara done to the boys. Similarly for girls also, Rajaswala Samskara is to be done. It is a sort of festival. In the Devi Bhagavata Purana, it is said that Jaganmata, who entrusted the responsibility of creating all human beings to Brahmadeva, all living creatures to Brahmadeva, she created herself, the female child. Girls are made by her herself, Devi Mata. So that is why in general women are naturally very bashful, very virtuous, gentle, patient, skillful, loving, attractive, efficient, pious, and having all noble traits. They behave very politely. So as soon as a girl is born, it is said Mahalakshmi is born in our family. So changes in the growth of body start to appear, of course, from the age of 9th and 10th. The women who causes the creation, she is the cause of giving birth to children and keeping up the this society creation. She expands the lineage, the families. So such changes will take place in her body also accordingly. Normally, girls may mature at the age of 10, in between 10 to 13, 12 or 13, after 10 years, 11 years only, 12, 13 and all. So it would be remarkable event, and that should be celebrated according to Shastra for the health and purity and sanctity of the body of her, spiritual, physical, mental growth of that girl also. It should be treated as a pious vow, vrata, a sort of vrata diksha. Then onwards, the vrata starts, and she should be honored because she is so benevolent and she took the sin of God and is having this Ritukrama. So, as per Shastras, that procedure should be done as it is there according to the traditional custom. So, now actually the Shastra says that once Vishwarupa, a certain person who is having 3 heads, and he is afflicting all gods, devas and all. So Devendra has to kill him. So Devendra kills that Rakshasa, but sin comes to him. So when a person is, even if he is God or even Devendra, when sin is there, some papa, demerit is there in him, he is not in a position to rule. He should not rule the kingdom, because he is the Trilokadhipati. He has to rule all 3 worlds. Even then, he is God, he is king of all gods. Even then, because he has killed a Brahmin Rakshasa, that Rakshasa is a Brahmin. So he got this sort of sin. So he has to get rid of that sin. What he did, he requested 4 persons, and he distributed that among them, the tree, and then the ocean, the mother earth, and woman. All these 4 accepted to take that sin. So he divided into 4 parts, and that papa of killing, the papa which Indra got by killing Vishwarupa, is distributed among all these 4. The tree is, if we cut the tree, the gum comes a sort of jiguru, we say, that is the sin. And then God gave, Devendra gave boons to all these 4. He said that he gave the boon to the trees, that though that branch is cut, the tree will grow again. Then to the ocean, this sin has come in the form of the waves when they are coming, that Nuraga we say. So the sin is there in that form, but Devendra gave the boon that even though so many rivers come and join in the ocean, the water will always be sufficient in the water. Even during summer, water will not get reduced. Even though many flows are coming and joining, it will not overflow. Like that, boons are given to Samudra. Then for the earth, because mother goddess Earth has accepted to take this sin in the form of bhukampas. That sin is exhibited. So whenever any bhukampa comes, or suppose we dug, even then the earth will be completely become flat once again. Thus for women, he gave the boon that because women accepted to take this sin, he gave the boon that they will give birth to a child and keep up the lineage, and they become mother. Mata, matrutva will come to them. So these are the boons given. And actually the word Stri itself is very great word. Even though there are so many words, Stri, Yoshi, Dabala, Nari, Simantini, etc. words, Stri is the best word because it contains Sa, Ta, Ra with E. These 4 letters together becomes Stri. Sa is for representative for Sattva Guna, Ra for Rajoguna, Ta for Tamo Guna. Sattva, Rajas, Tamo Gunas are the gunas of nature, Prakriti. So to this Prakriti Mata, we say E is the Bijakshara of Jagan Mata. Eem, we say E is Bijakshara. So Bijakshara Shakti of Jagan Mata, if added to the powers of Prakriti, the word Stri is made. So Stri is considered to be, a woman is considered to be the endowment of Jaganmata and also endowed with spiritual power added to the power of nature, Prakriti. So she is so great. So these are the samskaras which we could complete. Now, after doing the, actually, though men and women are having all suitable samskaras, all among Shodasa samskaras, all other samskaras are common. Yet only these Upanayana for boys and then Upanayana and Vivaha are great incidents for the life of boys, and this samskara and Vivaha and Simantonnayana are the 3 best samskaras for girls, women. Swasti. Dhanyavada.
ఓకే ఓకే ధన్యవాదములండి. We will go for ప్రార్థన.
Yes.
పంతులు గారు.
గురువు. ఓ స్వస్తి ప్రజాభ్యః పరిపాలయంతాం న్యాయేన మార్గేణ మహీం మహీషాః. ఓ బ్రాహ్మణభ్యః శుభమస్తు నిత్యం. లోకా సమస్తా సుఖినో భవంతు. కాలే వర్షతు పర్జన్యః పృథివీ సస్యశాలినీ. దేశోऽयं క్షోభరహితः. బ్రాహ్మణాः సంతు నిర్భయాः. అపుత్రా పుత్రిణः సంతు పుత్రిణः సంతు పౌత్రిణः. అధనాः సధనాः సంతు జీవంతు శరదాం శతం. సత్యం వద ధర్మం చర స్వాధ్యాయాన్మా ప్రమదః. సర్వే భవంతు సుఖినః. సర్వే సంతు నిరామయాః. సర్వే భద్రాణి పశ్యంతు మా కశ్చిత్ దుఃఖభాగ్ భవేత్. ఓం శాంతి శాంతి శాంతి. పూర్ణమదః పూర్ణమిదం పూర్ణాత్ పూర్ణముదచ్యతే. పూర్ణస్య పూర్ణమాదాయ పూర్ణమేవావశిష్యతే. ఓం శాంతి శాంతి శాంతి. सर्वे जना सुखिनो भवन्तु। हरिः ॐ श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ॐ स्वस्ति।
ధన్యవాదములండి.
धन्यवादः.
ఉత్తమం. అతి ఉత్తమం. Okay, now any volunteer to recite Janaganamana? I will unmute you only. Okay, let us all stand up and then recite Janaganamana, please.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता। पंजाब सिंधु गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा। विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उत्कल जलधि तरंगा। तव शुभ नामे गाहे तव शुभ आशीष माहे। गाहे तव जय गाथा। जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता। जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे। जय हिंद.
Jai Hind. ధన్యవాదములండి. బంధువులు రవీంద్ర శర్మ గారు.